All right. So first of all, let me introduce you. Everyone, this is Dr. Lillian Nejad. She's a clinical psychologist from Australia. Did I get that right?
Yeah, I live in Australia, originally from the US, but I'm here for a very long time.
Good. And you're also an author.
Yes, I've written a couple books as well on stress, anxiety, and sleep.
Excellent. All right. So Lillian, I have three questions for you. Are we ready?
Ready.
First question. Why do you believe that so many people tend to worry?
Well, worrying is basically the way that our thoughts express anxiety. So we all worry, but there are reasons these days that have led to more anxiety and worry. And some of those are just our own personal problems and issues that come up with family or relationships or work or health. But there are also societal factors that play a part, like the pace of modern life and the overload of information and the impact of social media and the constant vicarious exposure to traumatic experiences. And there are plenty of other factors too, like the way that we've grown up, what we learned from the people who took care of us in terms of how to deal with challenging circumstances, and whether we have a tendency towards perfectionism or high need for control and certainty, and whether we've had our own kind of personal experiences with, significant challenges and trauma as well. So there's a whole range of reasons why we might be worrying more. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, second question is how does worrying affect us on a physical level?
Well, worrying can absolutely have an impact on us physically, especially if you're a chronic worrier. That constant kind of release of adrenaline and cortisol can actually lead to physical symptoms like muscle tension is really common, like stiffness and aches and pains, fatigue and exhaustion. That's one of the main symptoms of burnout. Sleeping problems are really common, and particularly insomnia, which is difficulty falling or staying asleep. And also gastrointestinal problems, and headaches and migraines are also really common when we worry excessively or have chronic stress.
Yeah, definitely. Very true for most of us. Thank you. All right, last question is worrying actually helpful at all?
Yes, actually, because it's part of anxiety. And we know that the anxiety response is there to protect us and keep us safe. So if we extrapolate from that, then worrying is also there to help anticipate future problems so that we can prepare for them or protect ourselves from it through problem solving in other ways. So it can really serve us in a functional way, but it can also be dysfunctional if we're worrying when there's no actual threats to our safety, or if it's lasting too long or occurring too frequently, or it doesn't lead to any adaptive responses.
Yeah, and that's very important. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
No worries.
All right, well, question for me.
Well, I would love to know how you manage your worries. Is there something that you do to manage your mind when you're worrying?
I sure do. So just touching base on your last comment. So this is what I like to tell myself. If I'm worrying, then I'm naturally going to be producing stress hormones in the body. When we're stressed, we are more likely to be thinking illogically,
Mhm.
and therefore not actually focusing on the solution, but rather we're focusing on the problem. So when you catch yourself worrying, try to remember that are you are you actually trying to solve the problem, or are you just ruminating about the problem? What if this? What if that? Or what am I going to do? So there is a big difference between trying to find that solution and just constantly repeating that worry over and over in your mind.
That's,
So that's
yeah, right. That's a really good one. I think that people do fall into that trap of rumination, and that means that you're just going around in circles and not getting anywhere. And sometimes we just need to dial down our anxiety level and stress level to be able to think more clearly about what we can do about it, or do things that will help us with our distress if we can't do anything about it.
Exactly. Thank you. All right. So Lillian, please tell us, do you have any specials, promotions or offers going currently at the moment?
Well, I do have an app that can help people with worry called Contain Your Brain. And this is based on a psychological technique called worry time. And that helps you set aside time to worry rather than worrying all day. I do have a special for companies who want to impart Contain Your Brain to their employees. It helps with not only with worry, but with productivity as well. In the app stores, it costs $7.99 for the app, and that's not a subscription. It's just a one-off payment. So you have it forever after that. For our corporate clients, we'd like to offer a 25% discount per employee so that you can gift your employees something that will help with their well-being, but also with their productivity and a whole range of other issues.
Well, it's simply, it's a great deal. Obviously, it's very affordable. Like you said, it's a once-off payment and you've got it for life. So that's absolutely amazing. Of course, I will tag the app and let people know how to get in contact with you if they want to know more about who you are and what you do. But otherwise, thank you so much, Dr. Lillian Nejad, for joining us today and sharing a piece of your knowledge.
Thank you so much, Laura, for having me.
All the best. Wishing you a lovely day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you.